Located to these questions have lapsed. We will therefore move to the next question. Senator Kavindu, you have just been informed by the CS that Masinga Dam that is the question that has been answered, that Masinga Dam is under the Ministry of Energy. That is the response you've been given. How you treat that response, you know exactly how to go about it. So let us move to question number 96 by the Senator for Embu County, Senator Alexander Mundegi.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, sir. Senator for Embu County, Senator Alexander Mundegi, to ask the Cabinet Secretary for Water, Sanitation and Irrigation. A. What has occasioned the delay in commencement of the construction of Kamomo, Dhosi, and Dambana dams in Embu County, and could be the Cabinet Secretary outline the occasions taken by the government to resolve the issues? B. Could the Cabinet Secretary also outline the measures in place to fast-track implementation of these dam construction projects and provide timelines for completion of each dam?
Honorable CS, you may now proceed to respond.
Honorable Speaker, in response to the question by Honorable Mundegi, Kamumu Dam is a zoned high rockfill dam that is 60 meters high, 725 meters long, that will store approximately 22 million cubic liters. This project is expected to cost approximately 6.65 billion Kenya shillings. And the project was developed by Tana Waterworks Development Agency. There was an expression of interest on the same in December 2020 under the financing, under the model of engineering, procurement, construction, and financing. Following the evaluation, the Wilman Group of Belgium was identified as a preferred contractor. However, Honorable Speaker and Honorable Members, the project could not commence due to the high cost of financing proposed by the contractor. There were issues with land and wayleave acquisition that still remains incomplete according to the RAP, which is the Settlement Action Plan. In the meantime, feasibility study updates are underway and engagements with key stakeholders, including National Land Commission, are ongoing to unlock land-related bottlenecks. And the project is part of the some projects on the pipeline for under PPP framework. Honorable Speaker, in Dhosi Dam, which is a zoned also rockfill structure, 84 meters high and around 332 meters long, is expected to have a storage capacity of around 23 million cubic meters. The project is meant to do some irrigation, domestic consumption, and produce up to 5 megawatts of power, and the approximate cost is around 9 billion. The status is the project was advertised in 2023, and PIP, privately initiated proposal by a level group company, was submitted by an investor for implementation under the design, build, finance, operate, maintain, and transfer model. Despite the progress, there have been delays that resulted from the complex due diligence processes that are associated with PIPs, particularly technical and financial appraisals, and also alignment with regulatory and fiscal frameworks. The land acquisition process, that is including RAP, has also not been finalized. And to mitigate these challenges, the ministry has reviewed and validated the submitted designs, initiated interagency coordination to fast-track evaluation, and this is also scheduled under the PPP project pipeline. Honorable Speaker, Dambana Dam, at the confluence of River Dambana and Rupingazi, is designed to be 40 meters high, storage capacity of around 27 million cubic meters, and is expected to supply water for domestic and also do some irrigation to around 24,000 acres and generate 1 megawatt of power at a cost of around 22 billion. Conceptual design was completed in 2023 by the ministry, and an expression of interest was again issued in August 2023, and accepted also the same month. However, the proponent did not submit the mandatory deposit fee required under the PPP regulations of 2022 for PIP proposals, prompting the ministry to initiate a fresh process. The second part of the question, Honorable Speaker, was to outline the measures in place to fast-track implementation of these dams construction projects and provide timelines. Honorable Speaker, Kamumu, Doshi, and the Mara Dams projects in Embu County, the ministry has put in place several mitigation measures aimed at resolving the outstanding issues. The measures reflect also our commitment to deliver the critical water infrastructure while maintaining transparency and aligning with the national planning framework. Kamumu Dam is currently being finalized through a cabinet memorandum for consideration and approval, and the memo seeks to secure high-level policy direction and unlock requisite financing to allow for prompt implementation. And in recognition of the time that has lapsed since the initial due diligence activities, the agency, which is Tana Waterworks Development Agency, has commenced the process of updating the due diligence report to ensure accuracy and relevance of the technical and financial documentation. On Doshi Dam, which has already been advertised and for which a PIP has been submitted, the ministry continues to engage with the PPP Directorate and the National Treasury to expedite the evaluation process and secure timely approvals. On Dambana Dam, following the proponent's failure to meet the mandatory deposit requirement under the PPP Act the ministry has initiated a fresh procurement process. In the meantime, the project has been formally included in the fourth medium-term plan. Engagements are ongoing with other prospective investors who had previously expressed interest in the project. And Honorable Speaker, the exact construction timelines of these three key projects, as asked by the Honorable Senator, will depend on the conclusion of the outstanding procurement, financial, and other statutory processes. Honorable Speaker, honorable members, I submit. Thank you.
Senator Mundigi, do you have any supplementary questions? If yes, you may proceed.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. My question to the Cabinet Secretary: is it possible for Cabinet Secretary to advise or to tell people of Embu County whether there is any money in this budget of 2025 for those three dams? Because Cabinet Secretaries know of Embu County whether there is any money in this budget of 2025 for those three dams, because Cabinet Secretaries knows water is life and life is water. And about farming in Embu County, we are trying to motivate youth and others people for farming, and better south and better north, animals are dying, people are dying because of lack of water. And about farming, we are farming mogoka, and the farmers, they cannot progress without water.
Honorable CS, you may respond.
Honorable Speaker, thank you for that question. As I've explained, is that the three dams are in the pipeline for the public-private partnerships, and the resources we have in the current financial budget, we have a small allocation, not specifically for those three, for all dams that require review of appraisals, because to go to PPP, you need to have preliminary concept designs and to do project appraisals. So, Honorable Senator, Honorable Speaker, we have a small allocation for these kind of studies in the budget. Thank you.
Senator Kinyua.